As President Biden and Democrats ramp up efforts to pass voting rights reform in Congress, we're taking a look at how this could impact us right here in Texas. Last year, state lawmakers tightened rules on elections, leading to new calls for federal action. KXAN's Monica Madden has more.
It was good. It was different.
Christine Neely was one of tens of thousands of Harris County voters who used drive-through voting in the 2020 election.
Just because of COVID, everything going on.
Drive-through voting is no longer an option, one of several changes to Texas election laws passed in the fall of 2021. Outnumbered at the state capitol, Texas Democrats took their fight to D.C., pushing for federal voting legislation.
That is why it's so important that Congress passes this legislation so that no Texans will be disenfranchised.
It would really create more opportunities for voters.
Expanding mail-in voting would be one of the biggest changes, reversing restrictions Texas lawmakers added. All Americans would be able to request a mail-in ballot without a reason, which isn't allowed in Texas. It would also ban voter roll purges, something of controversy for Texas after scouring the voting roll for non-citizens in 2019. For Republicans, it would be the latest example of federal overreach.
If you're looking for trust in your elections, you don't want your elections run like the federal government.
Experts say, regardless of outcomes, fighting between the parties over election integrity is already having its consequences.
This is undercutting the trust in the democratic model of participation and voting participation. It is going to take much more than a law in Congress to build the trust for either Republicans or Democrats.
Monica Madden, KXAN News.
And as a reminder, the deadline to register to vote for the March 1st primary election is coming up on January 31st. You can find instructions for that on the Texas Secretary of State's website. All statewide officials will be on the ballot.